Well, yesterday, the former Vice President of Safa, Ria Ledwaba, held a press conference and declared that she will continue to fight for football in the country and demanded that apology from Safa after they sent her a letter labelling her a persona non grata, but then retracted it 2 weeks later. Safa Insight from the Federation, Vice President Bennett Bailey joins us now. Very good afternoon and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. A lot has happened at the Federation, but yesterday and Ria Ledwaba's demand for a public apology, will the Federation be giving that?
Good afternoon first, and thank you for this opportunity. I've just heard from the insert that you said that, or not you, Ria, or Ms. Ledwaba, going to ask and instructed her attorney to demand a public apology from Safa. So until such time, that is her position, and we will respond accordingly.
Will Safa offer her an apology, though, just after what's happened? Because you have retracted the letter, so one would assume that it was the reason behind it, you guys also retract.
You see, there's a politician by the name of Rasbanzi who said, we'll double cross that bridge when we get to that. So until such time that we haven't received the letter, I must check with our office. But to the best of my knowledge, I haven't seen it. When we receive that letter, we will discuss it and we will come back and we will respond. So at this moment, it is premature to say what it is that we're going to do. It also depends what's in the letter in itself.
Mr. Bailey, can we just go back a little bit and see how we got to this point? So there was a letter that was sent out from Safa to Ms. Ledwaba on the 6th of March, which said that she's been declared a persona non grata and she's been banned from all footballing activities. Why was that?
That in itself got a long history in itself. And I think what's important, if you read the letter of the 19th, it should not be just that we look at point number 5 and point number 5. There are 8 points in this letter of the 19. There are 8 points. And then it looks like when we get to point number 5, only the first sentence of point number 5 is taken into consideration. But when you look at after thorough consultation with our legal team and studying the judgment further, and that is the judgment that the last case against which Ms. Ledwaba brought against Safa, in which she lost also. And she lost so miserably that it was awarded with cost, punitively. And that also emphasized the matter that she does not have legal standing or locus standi within Safa in itself. So based on that, it was then agreed to withdraw the letter that we've issued. So that letter is no more.
We understand that the letter was retracted, but I want to just understand how it was penned in the first place.
It was penned after a national executive decision. The national executive decided accordingly. They've taken a lot of things into consideration, and that is what they've decided. And how we arrive at our decisions, that is for the organization really to deliberate on. And that was a sober decision which the National Executive took. And now, as where we stand today, it is all water under the bridge. That has been withdrawn. Why are we continuing with that now? As you said in the insert, it said that she will sue us and we must give a public apology and all those things. We'll double cross that bridge when we get to it. The National Executive will reconvene and we will decide then what our next steps would be. So let's take us to where we are now.
Where we are now is the retraction of the letter that was sent on the 6th on the basis that Ms. Ledwaba has no current standing within Safa. Although that letter that was sent on the 19th, it does make her aware that if she ever does want to participate in any footballing activities, then you will reconvene on the decision and on the basis of everything that subsequently happened. You mentioned that she lost a court case. That was the case where she asked for the Safa elections. Is that correct? To be rerun?
Yes, to be nullified. To be nullified.
Okay, in the hope to have them, rerun. So, if
now I just want to explain this last part.
Okay.
You see, I've been to a restaurant yesterday, and I look at there was a board, a right of admission reserved. So all organizations, that is how they operate. There's a right of admission. That is reserved, and that is within the organization in its as such. And the question we ask ourselves that Ms. Ledwaba is not a member of Safa. Why all this airtime? Why all this airtime given to one individual in about 60 plus million people of South Africans? Why all this airtime?
I suppose it's a little bit like Lucas Radebe. They have given a lot to the game of football, and they eagerly want to still contribute to the game. And it seems as if there's no place for people like them.
No. We must not misconstrue these things if you've played the game. There's Jomo Sono who have played. There are many other players who have played the game. And they've played for their whole lives, and they're still making a contribution. And none of them are making some of these demands. Now, when you speak to Ms. Ledwaba, you also say that she made a lot of contribution to the sport. That is what some people would debate on. What was that contribution all about? But that is not what we're talking about. If you want to make a contribution to the Catholic Church, become a Catholic. And then make a contribution. You cannot stand on the outside and then you want to determine who should be the Pope. Become one. Make a contribution within the space of the Catholic Church.
So are you saying that any former player that wants to get involved in the running of football in South Africa, they would find an open organization that would welcome them to be able to make that contribution at an administrative level?
That is what football is all about. Any organization operates like that. Come and join. Come and join and make a contribution.
So at the next elections, would somebody like a Lucas Radebe or a Dr. Khumalo be able to stand for the NEC and the real strategic positions within the body?
No one gets helicoptered into the organization. You must come and join. Come and join the organization and make your contribution.
So when you say make a contribution, come and join, but nobody's going to get helicoptered in, just to help me understand what that would practically mean?
You cannot now just come from wherever and then you say, I want to be the president. But you do not belong. Join the organization. Join a club, because that is the smallest level of entry. That is where you get in. Join a club. Then you're a member of a club, and that club is a member of an LFA. The LFA is a member of the regional executive. The regional structure is then a member of Safa National. So join that entry at club level. That is what we're asking for.
Mr. Bailey, we are running out of time, but just as a former vice president of the Federation, do you feel that Ms. Ledwaba has been treated fairly?
I'm not at liberty to respond to that. She must tell us how she thinks that she has been treated unfairly. We as an organization will then have to discuss that. Now, at this moment, the only thing we find is court cases. She lost 3 court cases, and that amounts to about plus 3 million rand, which she owes us. And this is the money that could have gone for football projects. Now we must spend it on court cases, endless court cases. And now we're trying to find, we want to serve her with the summons so that she must pay, but she's not to be found at the address given. So she must tell us, what is it? And everything that she felt that she was treated unfairly, she lost that in the court of law. So what else is left?
As an executive of the South African Football Association, the African mother body, CAF, has said that they're quite worried as to what's going on at the Federation and the image of the Federation. This is with Ria Ledwaba, is just the latest in what's swirling around the Federation, because we had a Hawks raid on Safa House just a couple of days ago. Are you concerned about the image of the association, and have you guys engaged with CAF following their concerns?
We're busy with CAF. We've drafted the report, and if the report haven't been tabled, it will be tabled soon. So we are busy with that. And yes, any person who says that they're not worried about the image about football or sport in the country, then they must be from some other planet. We are worried about these things. And therefore, we're trying to respond and to be cooperate with all the authorities. And when they ask for reports, we give them reports. We're cooperating with everybody, including CAF. And whoever wants a report, if it's FIFA, we'll also cooperate with them. That is what we will do. We are not here to contest everything in life.
Will you make the financials of the World Cup Legacy Trust available to the media and to the public? All our financials, I'm not sure if you're available. We are a public organization and we must publish it 6 months after the financial year end and after it was tabled. Those things has been done. So it is freely available. If you go to our website, if you go wherever, you can find that. Mr. Bennett Bailey is the Vice President of Safa. Thank you very much for your time here on Newzroom Afrika. Unfortunately, Stephen, that's all we've got time for. He is standing by with your headlines at the top of the hour.